Yes, hello guys, good evening. Welcome to our today's lesson. I hope you guys have had a very nice time. And we are meeting for today's lesson to discuss some other things in advance. And I hope by the end of the lesson, you're going to have your objectives met. So in our today's lesson, I'm going to teach about tables and all the things that you know about that you want to know about tables. So before I start that, I will review what you learned in a previous lesson. I'll also a review on the following areas: how we can create a document and how we can save a document with a password and how to remove that password. Then afterwards, I will start introducing tables. We'll see the reason as to why we need tables. And then we can describe the table structure and we perform one or more operations on tables. Stay tuned. So I will describe the steps for starting Word application. To start a Word application in Windows 10, you can either click on Windows button, the one that I'm clicking, and then you navigate to Word 2016, or you can as well type here Word 2016. So this is a Word 2016 startup screen. I don't want to create a document from a template. We are going to create a blank document. That's what you call creating a document from scratch. This is what you call Microsoft Word application window. It has got the parts which are very interesting, the one that you can see. We have got the upper parts. I know the cursor is not visible, but I'll make it visible in the coming tutorial. So this part that contains file, we have got home, we have got insert, we have design, layout, references, mail, review, tab, developer. It's called the menu bar. Yeah, so we call these on tabs, and anytime we click on each tab, we are going to have associated toolbars opening. So like here we have clipboard, which consists of the paste, cut, copy, and format painter. You've got the font toolbar, paragraph toolbar. We also have styles toolbar, and then you also have the editing toolbar. So you see, if I press home, the toolbars for home are unique. If I press insert, we're going to have its associated toolbars. Design has also its own toolbars. So the entire of this part, the tabs, together with these parts here, we call it a ribbon. A ribbon consists of the related toolbars. We also talked about the quick access toolbar, which is above here. It consists of these buttons. We have undo, we have redo button, save, we have email, quick print, then we also have touch or mouse mode, and then we have got customize access toolbar. When you click on it, you can be able to customize. You can add or remove some items in the quick access toolbar. So this here that contains document 1 or Word is called a title bar. And then here we can have this up arrow. It's used to either help the user to hide, to show the tabs, or showing the tabs in the commands. We have the minimize button. When you press minimize button, the Word application is reduced or minimized to the taskbar. So this is what you call a taskbar. Then you also have what you call maximize or restore button. So you can see its role. It's used to reduce the size of the window, and then you also have the X or the close button, which is used to help you exit. So I said in the previous lesson, this part here that's not blue, it's a grayish part that is surrounding this work area. Where I'm typing is what you call the work area, and anything that's inside there will appear in the printed paper. So the part outside we call it a pasteboard, and this part is called a printable area, and it's surrounded by the margins. So a margin is basically a space between the start of the first typing and the edge of the paper. So creating a document simply involves typing some text, just typing some text, or inserting some pictures into Word. So for example, I can insert a picture. So to insert a picture, you just follow the steps that I've seen. You click on insert, then picture. So now I just want to draw an auto shape. An auto shape is also a picture, so you can draw an oval here. That is also a mode of inserting pictures in not Word, in Word. So you can also draw. So we can either draw or we can insert an image from online source. This one is going to take a while. Okay, I can go to search on Bing. I don't have any photo in my OneDrive, so let me just insert these beautiful roses that I'm having here. Okay, they'll take time to download, but not such long time. So you can see here we're having a very beautiful rose. So already we've created our first document. And how do you save this document with a password? You simply click on File, and not really, click on File, and then we have Info, then you can have Protect Document. But I don't prefer that because what if you are to set a password to restrict someone from editing your work? What could you have done? So you can click on Save As, and then Browse, then specify the location. We can have desktop. I want to save this work as draft. So I've saved it as a draft. But now I want to put a password in this document. So what can I do? I'll click on Tools. Then we have General Options. And then I can enter the password to open, like Mark. Then we also have password to modify, Mark. And then I can click OK. So it will ask me to re-enter the password to open. That's Mark. Then re-enter the password to modify, Mark. Then I can enter OK, and then OK. So that's how we save a document with a password. So if I close this document and then I open it again, which is here as a draft, I'll be required to enter both the password to open and to modify. So like that. So I hope guys, it's well understood on how you can be able to store a document with a password. Now, how do you remove a password from a document? You still follow the same processes. You click on File, and then you go on Save As, then Browse. I'm not going to alter the name, so the name shall be retained like that. So I'll go to Tools, then General Options, and then I'll delete this password. So and then I click OK. Then I save. Okay, so if I close it and then I open, you can see I'll not be required to enter the password. The document will just open. I hope that step is well explained and you've understood it. So now I'll create a new document. So I'll go to the Start button, and then I search for Word 2016, which is here available with us. And then I will be strict to our agenda so that to ensure that I cover what we wanted to cover for today. So this one is already covered. I've taken care of that. So let me just mark them yellow to avoid repetition. So that is it. So let me introduce to you tables. What is a table? What is a table and why do you need a table? What is a table and why do we need a table? So, okay. So a table basically, it's used to organize information in form of rows and columns. So I'll explain what a row is, but theoretically a row is a horizontal arrangement of cells. And when you talk about a column, it's a vertical arrangement of our cells. Now, this cell that I'm talking about is never where people who break the law are maybe taken, maybe made to stay there for some time. It's not that particular place, or it's never a basic unit of life as we define it in biology. But basically, it's just an intersection between a row and a column. So a cell is an intersection between a row and a column. This one here. So like let's say for example we have something like this. This could be our table. Let me just describe it. So maybe we have something like name here. and then we have got something like a score. So you see in this particular pointer, you'll be writing maybe some your data inside here. So this this individual part here, we call it a cell. This is also a cell. This is also a cell. So this is one table with how many cells? We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this table has got 6 cells. And how many columns? A column, we've said, it's a vertical arrangement of cells. So this unit that we form here. So this is the first arrangement of how many cells? 1, 2, 3. And then this is also another arrangement of another cell. So this table consists of 2 columns. This is a table consists of 2 columns. And then how many rows do we have? A row is defined as a horizontal arrangement of cells. So we can have the first row, we have the second row, and then we have third row. So this table that you're having is 2 columns by 3 rows. So I hope that one is well understood. Yeah, so in case you have a problem, you can feel free to pause or make this video to be in the slow mode, and then you can understand what I've said. So these ones are my tasks. Don't worry about it. I've quoted them as teacher's task. I will describe to you how we can create a table using Tell.me, which is a wizard that is there in the latest versions of Windows from 2016, from 2010 onwards. And then I will also teach you on how we can create tables, different ways in which you can be able to create tables. And then we can also insert quick tables. We can insert tables from Excel. And also I'll show you how we can convert text to a table. So without wasting time, let me go to Microsoft Word and demonstrate to you how we can be able to create those tables. So to create a table, I've said I'll start with the Tell.me. So on Tell.me what to do, you can just type tables. You can see it's going to give you some suggestions there. So you can either choose to add a table, and then you click on insert table. Then you can specify how many columns do you want. A column, I've defined it. I don't want to define it again. In case you feel like it's difficult for you to know what a column is, you can feel free to go back to the tutorial, and then you check what a column is. So for now, I just want to create a table with 3 columns and 4 rows. 3 columns and 4 rows like that. So you can either choose the options on AutoFit. AutoFit will describe how you can be able to fit the content, to fit itself. Do you want to fit it to the window or to fit to the content? So I'm going to show you what you can be able to do. For now, I don't want to check anything. I'll use the default settings. So I'll click on OK. So you can see this table has got how many columns? We have got 3 columns. How many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just the way I described it. Yeah, so that's it. So that's how we can create a table using Tell.me. Tell.me is a wizard. It's like a shortcut that you can ask it anything to do in a Word, and it can guide you accordingly. Okay, so let me discard that change. I show you another way of creating a table. You can click on Insert. And then under the table, we are having this drop-down menu. You can click on that drop-down menu. This one you can insert the table quickly. So if I want 3 columns, I just point 1, 2, and then 3. If I want 5 rows down, I'll start with 1 row, second row, third, fourth, and then fifth. So you can see I'll have the table created for me here. So let me insert another table here. So we can insert another table by clicking on Insert, and then we have Insert Table. We can specify the number of columns. Let's say we want 5 columns and maybe 6 rows. And then we click OK. So we can count, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we are having 5 columns, just the way I specified. And then we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is actually a 5 by 6 table. So I think this is well understood, guys. Another way to insert a table in Word, you can click on Insert, and then we have draw table. So you can either decide to draw manually. So drawing usually takes time, and that's why I don't like drawing. But it depends on how you want to draw also. So you can have it like that. Then you have this, not really. So I'll just undo those changes. So I have this one here, and then I have this one. Then I also have this one here. Then I can see. Guys, to draw a table takes time. By the way, it takes time, and then it's even boring. But it depends on what you want. It could be maybe your own way or my own way. I don't know. Okay, good. So let's go to another thing, another concept. How can we insert a table from Excel? Okay, so we'll click there, and then we have what you call the Excel spreadsheet, and then you can see this is what you call a linked table, because like let's say the changes that we are making here, like let's say you can have name, we have class. So like this document appears to be funny because it's no longer part of Word. It's like it's part of Excel. So this is what you call a linked table. It's a linked table because like the changes we are making, they are not here, but they are made from Excel and they're reflecting here in Word. Now let's insert a quick table. We also have an option to create a quick table. So quick tables are the templates. We call them templates. So you can see they've been designed for us. You can click the one for calendar, for letter name, and other things. They are here. So what I like, I don't know what to say. So here we are having the quick table created for us. You can see you can modify it and then you adapt it to your need. So up to this far, guys, I believe you know how to create a table. I believe you have all the options for creating tables. And I can go back to the slides and then I can show you. If you can go back to that tutorial and check how do you insert a table by using the insert tab. How do we draw a table? How do you use tell me? And then how do we use quick tables? And then how do you insert tables from Excel? So now it's the time to demonstrate to you how we can convert text to a table. So like let's say this one consists of text. How can I convert this text to this table to text? So I'll go to insert, and then we have got table, and then convert. Not really. This one is for converting text to table. But now converting table to text, now you go to layout, and then you can see convert to text. So you're going to answer some questions here. Separate with paragraph marks, tabs, commas, so you can use whatever you want. You want maybe the change, whatever the changes you want to apply to the table. So for doing that, you can click OK, and then you can see it has been separated into individual text. And if you want to restore it back to the table, you can click on insert, then table, and then convert to table. Then you can use the default markers like that. But anyway, you need to be very careful on how you go about it. So for converting a table to text, I've said you click on layout. You just click on that table that you want to convert to text. Then you go to layout, and then you go to convert to text. And then you can either choose commas, and then you can have OK. So you can see it has been converted into commas. Yeah, so it's no longer a table. But to convert back, you can go to insert and then table, then convert to table. Then the number of columns, you can set it to be maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can have 7 columns. And then you can have commas, separate text at commas, and then you have like that. You see already, it has created for us the table. That's nice, guys. I think I've demonstrated to you. That's enough for that. We can go to the next concept, table operations. So I just want to teach you how do we carry out table operations here. And we'll start by mathematical operations. By the way, someone told me like that he hates math. I don't know why you hate math. So math applies on everywhere. So we just want to see how can we be able to simulate math here. So, okay, I don't know why I started from this slide. Let me just go straight. So in this case, you're not going to do complex maths. We're going to do just basic math. So I'll start by defining what these functions are. So I'll start by maximum. Maximum is a function. When I talk about a function, it's just like an inbuilt expression that's meant to perform a certain mathematical operation. So this maximum determines, actually finds out what's the maximum value in that particular table or within which particular groups of cells. So this is the syntax. Syntax is just like an order of writing the formula. So we start with equal sign and then maximum, whether above or below. It depends on what direction. So I'll be mentioning what you call arguments. Arguments is the data that you're giving to a function. Like this one above is what you call an argument to this function, maximum. So you can see maximum above has been used to find the maximum score of this subject English. How do we insert formulas in these tables? You know, it's awkward. Huh? Let me just copy this table and have it in Word here. No, this one doesn't make sense. Okay, just a bit. I'll explain what these things are. So don't worry. I just wanted to copy because I don't want to type it again. So you see, guys, if I type this formula the way it is, it's not going to perform anything. It will be deemed as a text. So if I want to, how do I type a formula to perform a mathematical operation in this Word? So to type a formula, you simply click in the table, then in that particular cell where you want to insert, then click on layout, and then we have formula. So in this case, we'll insert the formula. For example, here I want to get the maximum score in English. So I'll type here equals to maximum above, and then I click OK. So syntax error, just a bit. I'm sorry for that. Oh, why is it that it's giving a maximum error? Yeah. So this here, it's not working the same way as Excel. So this formula is equals to max, so not maximum. So we'll go back there and modify a bit. So if you want to get the maximum score, click on equals to max and then above. So you can see it's giving you there. So for example, you want to calculate the maximum value of maybe the scores, which subject this guy scored most. So to enter a formula, you don't need to type there directly. You click on, I said, suppose the table is not selected, click in that cell, go to layout, and then we have our formula, and then you'll just get equals to max, and then you open bracket, and then you have got the left. So like you are calculating the maximum value of the values on the left of this cell, and then you click OK. So you can see it's generating 87, but this one does not have the features like those ones of Excel. So like you see, like once I do this, it's not updating. But for Excel, once you do it, it updates automatically. Okay, suppose I want to get the average of scores of Kiswahili. So I'll click on formula and then I type equals to average equals to average, and then we have got a above, average above, average above, like that, and then I click OK. So you can see it gets the average. It is going to sum all the values and then you divide by the number, then it's going to return for us. So you can guess the formula for calculating the sum. So for calculating the sum, you'll type equal to sum, then tell the argument. The argument are these values above here, the function. So you have it like that. It's going to give you 248. Another thing, suppose we have another table that's dealing with money. So I'm going to insert another table, just a basic table with 2 rows and 2 columns, like that. Then I have here like reward, and then we have got bonus, then maybe you can have a reward of 300, then you have got a bonus of maybe 200. So suppose I insert another one, you can always be going to the end of this table and click enter, so it's going to insert for you. So if I want to create another one, another cell, another row that's going to handle the totals, I can get the total of this. You can guess the formula. The formula is actually equal to sum above. So you can click on layout and then fx for the formula, then equal to sum above. But this time we just want to get the answer with a currency symbol. So you can click on this. You can give the format. So this one is going to give in dollars. So I've not set my laptop to accept what you call the Kenya shillings. But you can modify it if you want. You can modify it if you want. So let's see if it's going to modify the way you want. You can see it's giving it as Kenya shillings 00. So let's see. Why is it giving 00? We have to identify why it's giving us 00. So let me remove that. It's getting for us 500, but you don't want to be giving it in form of that way. So let's change the currency symbol for my laptop. So you simply click on start and then you look for control panel, and then I go to clock and region, and then region, and I want to go to additional settings, and then we have currency. Then I'll type my currency symbol for Kenya, so it's Kenya shillings. Then I specify like how will negative look like, so we just want it to be this way. Then we apply, so you can see this is how it looks like. And then number of decimal places, yeah, we can put 2 digits after the decimal, then you have okay, and then apply, and then okay, then you close. So I will delete this one. So it's deleted already. Then I go to fx for the formula, then I type, and then I specify the number format. I don't know if it will come over here. It's here, you can see it has reflected. Then I click OK. So you can see it's giving me Kenya shillings 500. So like you can specify the formula, the format that you want it to look like. Okay, so what's next, guys? These formulas you can go and change. It's called max. Then here's called max again. Maximum is for Excel, then max is for Word. So let me just delete to make sure that I'm teaching you what's correct and what's right, to prevent you guys from having problems a bit. So here we can delete some items there, so you have max above. That's interesting. So I can ask you, what's the formula for getting minimum value? Yeah, what's the formula for getting minimum value? So you can pause and then think. And then for minimum, you can check your answer with this one. It's actually mean, equals to mean. Then either above or below. So basically, a function to calculate the minimum is equal to mean. So let's modify one of the formulas that we are having here. So let's see. Suppose I want to change the formula here, return a value. So you go to layout and then formula. Then we have mean. So we want to get the minimum of above. So it can give us 20. So if I want to type the formula here to get the minimum, so you can type equals to mean, but not there, it's not going to work. So you go over here, you click on fx first, and then it's going to give you the formula dialog box there. It's equals to mean, and then the values are towards your left. So you can say mean left like that. Then it's gonna calculate. So it's going to return 20. So that is it. So let's go to the next slide. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't specify where to start from. It's gonna take us a lot. Okay, so some I've explained some. It's used to get the total of the values either below, above, left, or right. Average also is used to handle the mean value. I've demonstrated how you can use average. Product is used to return. It's going to multiply the values within the given range that you've assigned, whether left, right, or above or below. So before writing a formula, so take note that the values that will enter there will be given in plain number format. So you need to take care. What do you need to use? Like I've shown you on how you can boot change the formats. So don't worry about it. If in case you don't understand, you can go back a bit on the video, then will be sorted. So table operations. So let's do these table operations here. How do you insert cells? Suppose you forgot to add some cells in the tables. How do you delete cells? How do you insert columns? How do you insert rows? How do we change the table designs? And how do we do some other operation like changing table to text, of which I've already explained. So let me go back, I end the show, and then I want to insert a column here. How do I insert a column? So I'll select this column. Then you can see by default it's giving me a layout. So I'm going to insert a column to the right. You just specify the direction. You can either do that way, or you select it and then you right click, and then you can see we have insert. So specify column to the right if you want to insert maybe this side here. So that's it. That's how we insert a column at the right. And how do you delete a column or a row? So to delete a column, select the column that you want to delete. Like this, I've selected it. And then you delete like that, and then delete columns. So it's going to be deleted. It's going to be deleted. Suppose I want to insert a row above here, so I can right click inside. I can select this row, and then we have insert above here, so you can click insert above there. Then maybe I want to type something here. So suppose I want to type, like these ones are like tournaments. Huh? Yeah, like tournaments. I want this word here to span the entire of this cell here. How do we make it possible? So by doing what? Merging. Huh? So when you talk about merge cells, we are going to combine the selected cells to become one bigger cell. So like for this case, if I press merge cell, you can see like this is a single cell. It has come as a result of two cells being made together. So we can go to home, and then we align to the center a bit so that you can make it look better like that. So at least you've seen how we can be able to do that. So that's it, guys. Let me talk about something else. At least you've known how to draw table, to erase a table. Drawing table is what I demonstrated at first. You come up with your own drawing like that. You can set up your freehand drawn columns like that. Then you can have the rows like that. So the rows will be like that. Yeah. Then to erase, we simply click on the eraser. Then erase what you want like that. I want to erase that. You can erase this. You can erase this, or I can even erase the entire table like that. I can erase everything. Yeah. That's how we do, guys. As simple as that. How do you adjust the width? How do you set the width? For example, I want to set this width of this column, to adjust the width of this column here. Okay, so this one is a merger. It's a merge cells here, so I don't want. So I want to adjust the width of this one here. So what do? We can either use this part here. You can see I can reduce using the lower one here. So this is height. No, this is for height. Then for width, you can see you can reduce like that, or you can increase like that. Yeah, so that's how we can change the cell size. So we have got height there. You can increase it. You can reduce the height. You can distribute the items at the center, up like that. You can also change the orientation, the direction of the cells, the direction of the contents here by highlighting and then click on text direction. You can either make it up or like that, like that. Suppose you want to tilt a specific angle, then I'm going to demonstrate more. So you select the table, you right click, and then you go to table properties. Then we have what you call the cell. So this one doesn't show. Okay, just a bit, I'm sorry. So we can highlight this text like that. And then we do what? We right click, and then you go to table properties. So now we can click on text direction instead of table properties, and then specify what do you want, like that. So like that is either does 90 degrees, but not 45 degrees. Okay. Table properties, and then okay. So that's it, guys. You can rotate it, you can change the orientation of text by using what you call the text direction feature. Okay, so we can also use the inbuilt designs. So you can just select the table if you want to make it look more presentable. There are some inbuilt designs here. You can click on design, then you can choose which one suits you. So like this one, you can see it looks a bit neater, like that. So how do you apply some shadings? Like for example, I want a purple color to be covered in this particular tournament. To apply shading, you can just click here. So once you go to design, just select the row or column that you want to apply shading to. So click on design and then you go to shading. Then you can choose the color that you want to shade with that. So you can have like that. Yeah, so that's how we do the shadings. Yeah, so I will explain more about the table formatting and others when we'll come back to formatting in general. So today I just wanted to show you how we can insert tables using different ways and how we can convert text to tables. So that's what I had prepared for you guys. For those ones who are new, I'm taking another time to welcome you officially to the channel. And in case you have got any query or anything that has not been addressed according to maybe what you felt. Okay, like let's say if I've not answered your question, you can also let me know and then I can record a separate tutorial to guide you. Otherwise, thank you very much for taking your time to watch this. And I believe this tutorial will be so much resourceful, especially to those ones who are beginners in Word. So if you've never used Word, I welcome you to my tutorials and they'll guide you accordingly. So I have a tendency of showing you a certain video. So I'll put a plain Kenya Airways as my background. I don't know why. Like, things are getting on well. One day we will have trips to go somewhere. I don't know where is the destination. So let me show you what I like showing you. Okay. So what is it? I can go to desktop and then files, and then so what is it? So let me get something here. Okay. Guys, thank you very much for taking your time to watch, for taking your effort to come back to my channel and watch and look at my tutorials. Please refer anyone who is in need of learning Word, and surely we will thrive together, we will grow together. Thank you very much. Thank you. Goodbye, guys, and good night.